Okay. Happy Wednesday. Another Wednesday has passed. Welcome back. We are doing the W3, episode 4 with Gabriela Herstik. We are here to celebrate. We just celebrated 420 on Monday, but you know what? What's more important is Weed Womxn Wednesday. And what is Weed Womxn Wednesday all about? We're here to honor women's contributions to the cannabis history through the lens of the tarot card. Who is this made for? It's for the weedy history buff, like you and I, who like to get educated as well as elevated for your midweek grind. Okay, so here with us today is my lovely co-host, MJB Mage Jessie, your Vancouver witch, your tarot reader extraordinaire and writer who's fighting stage 2 breast cancer. Okay, so Jessie, yeah, welcome.
Thank you, and I'd like to go ahead and introduce the MJB Queen Bee, Cindy Tran, also architect of the Femme 420, and an absolute darling to have around. Yay!
Yay! We're here doing it again. Yes. Oh, and well, why don't you get started off? Let's start with the affirmation, shall we?
Okay, and here is our affirmation for today. I am destined for dopeness. Which
yes.
And as far as people who embody dopeness, I'd like to go ahead and give a big welcome to Gabby Herstik, our special guest today, and our fabulous Queen of Swords. Hey!
Live. This time we have a living legend,
yeah,
woman with us, straight out of LA. Thank you so much, Gabriela, for joining us.
It's an honor to be among other weed witches, so thank you for having me.
Love it.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
All right, so Jessie, tell us, Queen of Swords. How does Gabriela embody Queen of Swords?
Oh, well, number one, she's completely fierce, and as an Aquarius, we love that swords energy, and I chose her because she embodies what it's like to be a sword and kind of dance between polarities and bring that energy to that sharp point in between them. It's being able to look at the polarities and yet be the master or the mistress of them. And also, as far as intellect goes, she's just come out with a fabulous new book called Bewitching the Elements, which is available online, but it's also available at Banyan Books in Vancouver and lots of great places in LA if you want to support that. And that's why I chose her, because the balance of intellect, glamour, and weed extravaganza.
Oh my gosh. And to that, again, we want to toke to you for being able to make the time.
Thank you.
During these crazy days, okay? We're gonna toke one to you, all right?
Medical in your honor.
Yay!
Light a candle. I got myself some Village Bloomery, it's like backwards. Yeah, Village Bloomery matches here. A lovely, lovely female-led dispensary here in Vancouver.
And I'll also take this opportunity to say that my cannabis wand my cannabis wand for my sword is from Empress Adina, a local brand, and it's got this gorgeous rainbow business on it. So your magical weapons are your weed weapons, and vice versa.
Yes, I love it. I love smoking.
I know.
I miss it so much.
It's that airy energy.
It is. I love smoke. I love the expansion of it. I love the movement. I love the ritual of smoking. Like, I definitely have a big smoking fetish. So I'm just living vicariously through both your Venusian takes on cannabis.
It is, and it's beautiful. And, you know, we want to celebrate other women in weed or who are producers and makers. So I've got, you know, this is this lovely little roach ring by Oh Hot Life. She basically has outfitted me to smoke in style. I love it. Love it. Like I think, yeah, you and I were twinning, Jessie. And then these cone rolls are from, who are they from again? Like these beautiful
These are from Beautiful Burns.
Beautiful Burns. There we go.
So. What a good name.
I know, isn't that gorgeous? I love their stuff, and they got cute little daisies. And I actually I actually brought up some of the information from Bewitching the Elements today. I took your airy fashion advice, so I went psychedelic with it and did some sword earrings. And I was wondering if you could talk to us some about a couple of my favorite polarities, the intersection of magic and glamour, magic and fashion.
I love that. What a beautiful question. So one of the ways I've always connected to magic and rituals through clothing, both through rituals of beauty, like putting my makeup on, taking the time to decide on how I want to do my eyeshadow or my eyebrows, and then also through how I actually dress and adorn myself with clothing. One of the things that I realized or I guess gained more clarity on, is that magic itself is, at least to me, something that transforms you from the inside out. And glamour is the opposite. It's transformation from the outside in. So combining them, to me, really feels natural, because whether we like it or not, we have to wear clothing every day. You know, like most of us aren't nudists. I wish I was a nudist. I think it's freaking fun. I love that. But we already are doing this ritual whether we realize it or not. I definitely, since it's Taurus season, if this is coming out this Wednesday, today's the new moon in Taurus, so I've been thinking a lot about beauty and glamour, and I feel like, obviously capitalism and white supremacy has seeped into what we perceive as beautiful, and it's definitely influenced beauty, but I think that beauty, for the sake of it, is just so important. Beauty is the language of magic, and I know for me, like being around things that are beautiful or adorning myself in things that feel beautiful, it changes my perspective and it changes my mood, and that to me is worth it, period. Especially if it's something that's going to make me feel inspired and joyful and embodied. And I love working with glamour because there's so many different elements you can bring into it, whether it's matching your outfit to the tarot card you pulled for the day, or wearing a certain color, or wearing maybe a piece of jewelry that was passed down from your parents or your family. Like, it's a structure that's already in your life anyway, no matter if you recognize it or not, that just feels easy and fun to play with. So I know for me, especially, going on month and a half of quarantining or whatever, or of kind of being in self-isolation.
Month and a half. I cannot believe how long it's been.
No, it's thank goddess it's gone by fast. That's what I'm reminding myself. But I've been dressing up and taking photos almost every day to collage, and like that, being inspired and and feeling good in my body, I feel like has been such powerful medicine. I feel like even if you're getting dressed up for yourself, like, it's worth it. Even if it's, like wearing your favorite t-shirt or wearing some leather that you like, it doesn't have to be, like this classic idea of beauty. And I think that redefining that is just so fun, so powerful.
Yes, that's gorgeous. I know that's something that I've been doing, especially with dealing with cancer things. It's just,
you look so beautiful and so regal and so empress, priestess. It's incredible.
Thank you. And Cindy's one of our other glamour fans too. That's one of the energies we like to bring to cannabis.
Yeah, you guys are killing it. You're doing
Thank you.
If anything, I know that it's not about, before I used to think, oh, I got dressed, so that other people could see the way I am. But even going into all of this like social isolation distancing, I still get up, I still do my hair, I still put on my jewelry, I still want to look good, and I realize now I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even in my PJs, I've got like, fancy, fluffy, frilly. It's like I think at home I live a glamorous Audrey Hepburn kind of style.
That's something I've also been doing. Since the Libra new moon, or whatever we had last, Libra full moon, I don't know what's going on. Whatever Libra October, so it was Aries season. Yeah, it was a Libra.
Aries, yeah.
Going in circles. I knew it was Venusian. I was like, why am I wearing gross PJs? I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. So I just bought a bunch of like silky vintage PJs and lingerie, and I just am like wearing that around my house, and even that has improved my mood tenfold. So
Excellent.
I totally understand that.
It's like you just feel powerful. I mean, I just even wanted to show you, like, when it even comes down to like my stash, like I brought my stash box. It's like
Oh my
literally
God, look at that.
gold.
Oh,
You know, I have like my pretty pipe and everything, and
gorgeous.
like I want everything to be pretty. I want to feel as though, like, if the world's gonna go hell, I'm gonna be like fucking glam doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the intersection of cannabis and glamour, I'm certain we could all talk about that. That's really great. Got anything you could add to that, Gabby?
Ooh, I feel like, again, for me, it kind of all goes back to ritual, which is really personal, but like, I feel my most embodied, glamorous, goddess-like when I have a good outfit on and I'm smoking a joint. Like, I love that feeling. I love my lipstick and how, like, the way it marks my joint.
Oh,
And like, for me, like, I love using cones. I love the ritual of that. And like, although this is, you know, not necessarily glamour, I feel like it kind of is. Like, I love mixing different herbs into my flowers. So, like, rose petals and lavender and damiana. Even that, like, the purple and the pink peeking out with the green, like that, I feel like gets me in the glamorous mood. Cause like, even my flower is beautiful, and then it just like enhances the experience. But I think, yeah, for me, like, just having nice luxurious fabrics on my skin as I slowly get stoned, and like, it just helps me appreciate the whole experience, because it's like every part of it is curated. Nowadays I love, like, my current glamour ritual is taking an edible and then taking a salt bath. So like,
Yes.
glamour through, like, you know, like working with lavender or eucalyptus Epsom salt, and then just like putting like something silky and sexy on once I'm done. It's just like, that has been.
Do you sprinkle your bathtub with some lavender?
Ooh,
Like
I have. I actually, like, what I notice is if you do the straight, like, if you do herbs that are like red or purple, not so much lavender, but like if I do rose petals or something, it'll kind of stain the tub a little bit, which just feels like a little bit too much work for me right now. So I just do like, I think it's like Teal's Epsom salts. They're just like big bags of Epsom salt you can get at like Walgreens, and they have ones that are lavender, and then they have ones that are eucalyptus. So I've been mixing those. That's really nice. But I love baths with herbs. Rose is great. Damiana is great. There's cannabis bath bombs. Like, I love a bath ritual.
Can you tell us a cannabis bath bomb that you would totally recommend?
Ooh, Kush Queens. They make some really great cannabis bath bombs, and they have a bunch of different kinds. I think they have like CBD and THC ones and like love spell ones. So yeah, Kush Queens is great, and I know they're women owned and operated too.
Oh, fantastic! That sounds great. That's fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love that this discussion is kind of going between polarities again, because I appreciate that as women we're kind of bringing them together. Like, there's stuff you wouldn't think would go together. Like, you know, if you think about cannabis aesthetics, sometimes you think like, I don't know, Jay and Silent Bob bongs, which are really lovely if that's what you want to do. But I like the fact that we're kind of elevating the discourse and making it really magic. And I think that's part of what swords are about. It's about taking that energy and taking those two edges of the sword and making it one powerful weapon.
I've never thought about the polarity in that way, Jessie. My mind is blown. I love that so much. I have a really cute bong I haven't been using, but it's on my bookshelf, that's made out of a vintage, what's it called? A vintage like flower vase. It's this really awesome brand.
From my bud vase?
Huh?
Is it from my bud vase?
No, they're called Star Hustler.
Ooh.
They have a bunch of really beautiful bongs and pieces and pipes. I love their stuff. So it's like, it's tiny. I love it.
I wish I didn't bring with me today, but yesterday I got a chance to hit my mermaid, my bud vase.
Oh my God, you.
It was just, it felt perfect. It's like, cause I love being in baths. I love like water signs. I'm a Capricorn, and just because I think it's like, even though it's supposed to be grounded, we're also very much intuitive to the water. But I like spiritually, I'm very compelled and drawn to water. And I mean, just thinking about like going back to this whole polarity, you know, being very grounded to the earth, but also wanting to be free and flowing, like they're just opposite ends, right? So, yeah. Okay. Well, like it's interesting, this conversation. I want to have this to go on forever.
Oh, no, we're having so much fun.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to break up the coven.
No. Well, Jessie, why don't you round us out? Like all this conversation, what does it bring up for you? Like, what does the conversation bring up for you?
It's bringing out a lot of incredible energy. Also, I want to hang out with y'all forever. But it's really making me really happy with the way we've done the queens of the tarot and the cannabis stuff, that we're bringing this feminine energy into what's been primarily a male dominated space. And I love that we can enjoy the science of the plant as well as the magic. And that's something that really struck me in Gabby's work, that it takes that knowledge of science and that knowledge of being able to do things and create things and infuses it with that magic gorgeousness. So we can have both of them. It's not a choice between science and magic, it's an and. And I think that's what we're really doing. And that's what I love what Cindy's doing with business and cannabis, and creating party structures in cannabis. So I think we're all doing amazing things. I think we're really, as far as swords go, we're on point.
Yes.
Here. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to bring you back around. It's been a great sesh today, but the key things that I want to be able to take away is, like witchcraft, we are just here to appreciate this beautiful plant. It's part of the natural world. It's, you know, in the way that we practice, it really just elevates the conversation of our own divinity and grace and love and care for each other, right? How we can connect through this creativity and share. And it doesn't matter through distance. We can all still, you know, like-minded come together like a coven. We understand each other's struggles, and we're there to support each other. Yeah, that's how I feel. And I know that, you know, that I've got like, what am I smoking today too? I've got a little bit, it's from Weed Me. It's called Cinderella. It's got its own strain of magic happening. And it's hitting me, and it's giving me such an airy feeling right now. I'm outside, I'm enjoying this beautiful, you see this backdrop here? Enjoying it on a balcony by myself, but with you ladies, with my coven. Yeah, and so in support, the reason why we do the W3 is as part of the Mary Jane brunch and the events that we hope to be able to run again in person live, and then, you know, fingers crossed, have lovely Gabriela join us and do a reading for us. Yeah, I wanna be able to thank you again for making the time. We hope that in the near future we'll be able to all meet in person. And in doing this is also, again, to support Jessie, who is fighting stage 2 cancer. She's got a lovely GoFundMe out there. If you want to support her, you can check it out at the Mary Jane Brunch Instagram account. It's in our link tree, or you can go to Jessie Macpherson Tarot. You can even do a reading with her. And she'll be able to, as a trade, just to support her in her cannabis journey, as well as her chemo and her cancer story, which has really touched my heart.
Oh, thank you. And I will definitely recommend Bewitching the Elements again. And you can check out Gabby's website for ritual guides, which are awesome and a lot of fun, and I love them. And you can also check out High Times for her column, The High Priestess. So good.
Yes. For if you want your daily dose of like the high priestess, that's where you'll find her. We can't wait to have you again. Are there any last words you want to share before Jessie does the power 3, or maybe you guys want to do the power 3 together? You let me know.
I just want to say thank you again. And Jessie, you are just such a beautiful, shining example of like true goddess energy, and we are so lucky to have you.
Oh my God, thank you.
And you're so supported and seen, and your strength and resilience is inspiring and beautiful and so important and so magical.
You are our power 3.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh, you. Thank you.
Not the mascara.
Yeah,
Not the eyeliner.
don't mess it up.
Okay.
So, shall I send us out with a reading for the week ahead?
Send us out for the power 3 for the 3 of us.
Okay. Everyone send some mojo here. You can wiggle your fingers at the screen if you're feeling it. Oh, perfect. Okay. And okay, excellent. So holy shit, we got the Queen of Swords as the first one.
See, the power of the point is strong.
Yeah, that was good. Okay.
Okay.
And for the second, we have shadow work.
Shadow work.
And for the third, we have temperance. Okay.
Ooh,
So
tell us. Okay.
So right now, Queen of Swords is talking about us being in our balancing polarities power. We're in the middle of this crisis. We're dealing with shit. We're being strong. We are balancing our desire to cry and our desire to get shit done at the same time. And the Queen of Swords is about kind of busting through that and chopping through all that energy. Shadow work, this is about confronting all the stuff that's happening in the world right now. It's difficult and it's hard, but we're making its way through it. And as it's shadow work, it's not shadow fun. But the thing is, as you can see, she's got her little bit of light there. So that in the middle of all this darkness, things are coming to light. This coal is turning into a diamond, even if it takes a little bit. And temperance, this is about remembering the balance and symmetry of things in the world. It's going outside and looking at the fact that the day is still beautiful, that every day we're getting closer to the end of this, and we can look at what nature's doing and how it's restoring itself. And even in Vancouver, how the air's gotten more beautiful just the more we've been here. So we're getting it together. This is, I'd say this is about we're acknowledging that we're in tough times, but we're making it through, and we're doing it in community.
Well, that wraps it up. That is a good way to finish.
Thank you. Thank
you. Well, thank you. Thank you, MJB Mage Jessie. Thank you, Magic, Bitch of a Witch, Gabriela Herstik. Your time, your glam. You ladies are beautiful. Have yourself again. Happy hump day. Yeah. W3. Can't wait until next time. Okay?
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.